Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Community Recreation Commission meeting for Thursday, May 23rd. I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:43. If you would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. We had just had some discussion. We're going to, we need to amend the agenda before we can submit it for approval. So, Greg, what was that motion? You were pretty good with what you just said to amend the agenda. Put your mic down. Turn on the green light, please. There you go.
I make a motion that we remove the agenda item, or the action item, vote and approve to repurpose the Sled Hill fill.
That's 10A. Do we need to do 10B in succession there? All right, so he put a motion. I need a second.
Second.
Any discussion about removing 10A action item? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, remove. 10B is the vote and approve to repurpose the grant dollars allocated for the park improvement from Wayne County and the amount of $50,000 to go out for bid pending Wayne County approval. Somebody want to put a motion out to delete that from the agenda?
I'll put a motion out.
Greg, second. Kevin, any discussion about this before we move it? All in favor of 10B? Aye. Opposed? All right, thank you. So with that being said, I need an approval or a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Motion.
Ethel, second.
I'll second.
Brandon, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Now, before we approve the minutes from April 25th, Madam Secretary, I think Ethel got a couple things there.
Yeah. You want me to?
You just read them off, yeah.
Ethel, you want to read them?
Yeah, there you go. And Ethel, make sure your green light's on.
Oh, there were just a couple of mistakes in the minutes. Under the culture and special event, it's the fourth line down has Petty Zoo, Petty, instead. I believe it's supposed to be petting.
Right.
And under this K and school liaison, the sixth line down, it says deadly card accidents, and I think that should be car. Am I correct? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ethel. So, Ethel, will you put a motion to approve the minutes from April 25th?
Yes, I will.
Second.
Second.
Kevin, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. It's all moved. Any public comment out there? I see Supervisor Loftus running down the hall. It's not. He's running the line out. Hey, DDA. My report will come further down under cultural events. Ms. Kim O'Farrell, our director's report. I know there's some pretty flyers up there. We got some stuff going on this summer and spring.
Hopefully it's working. Good evening, Commission. I first want to wish all of you a happy and safe holiday weekend, and also to our residents. I also want to address an issue that was circulating on social media this evening in reference to the chemicals that are being sprayed at our parks, which is Playscape and Centennial Farm. I just got off the phone with the owner of Weed Eraser. I also responded to social media. Yes, I am John Smith. And I can assure you that the chemicals that are being applied out there are environmentally safe and safe for our children. If you have any questions in reference to those chemicals, the owner, and his name is, bear with me, and I did post that on social media with their phone number, and I'll get back with that because I've lost it, unfortunately, on the phone here. But I just want to let residents know that everything that we do in the Parks Department and the Rec Department, you know, I go through training. I'm not going to bring some Joe Schmo company that's not certified and bonded to spray those parks. So any questions you have, Weed Eraser is the company. You may talk to the owner if you are concerned about the products that we are using. Okay, on to fun stuff. The new book is out. Hopefully you've got it. Full lineup for the summer, fitness, special events, activities, summer camp. I could stand up here and talk for 2 hours about everything that we're doing this summer, but I'm just going to touch base on a couple of programs and not go through the whole book for those that are watching at home. Okay, our outdoor pickleball. We've been playing pickleball inside. This is kind of a new and fresh upcoming sport. If you don't know what pickleball is, it's a combination between tennis and racquetball, just to let you know. We start to play outside next Tuesday on May 28th. It's a $3 drop-in because we are closing the basketball courts and we are setting up the nets, and I have a helper out there kind of directing traffic with this program. So come join pickleball. Also in the program guide, we did not have the dates and times for water aerobics listed because I was seeking an instructor, and I found this wonderful resident, Heidi McCarty. She is a certified ACE instructor, and she is taking on the water aerobics Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 12:15 to 1 o'clock. This is at the outdoor pool. I was a water aerobic instructor back in my day. I can let you know that working out in the water is less stress on your joints and knees, Mr.
Thank
Novak.
you.
So, so keep in mind if you're, if you've got some joint problems, knee problems, back problems, you're buoyant in the water and you can move freely in the water. So this is something. We had a nice group of ladies last year. I hope they're all coming back. We kept the same dates and times. So I just wanted to put that out there because that was not in the brochure.
This was not in the brochure, the water aerobics?
No, it's in there. But
Oh, okay. Jim, pass Carl some. There's agendas right there. I know Carl was looking for one. Thank you.
Hey, Safety Town. Registrations are coming in. I've been in contact with our new leader, Michelle Kirk, who is a resident as well. She's a certified teacher. She's a school administrator. Very well qualified to teach this. I think we have 25 volunteers, which is a great number. And we will not turn volunteers away. So if there's the middle school kids usually help out with that. Just email the office or call us. The more volunteers, the better. We might have more volunteers than participants at this point. So, but yeah, definitely sign your child up for the Safety Town.
What does that mean, fall? So that starts in the fall? Or why does that say fall?
Where do you see fall?
On 2019, on the Safety Town you just took off.
It's for children entering kindergarten in the
fall. Oh, okay.
School year of 2019.
All right.
Kim, real quick, Pat Lay is that person, I think? Weed?
I jotted it down.
Okay.
Is that on that?
Yeah, it's on here. Yeah.
Okay, just coming back to our first discussion about the playground. The contact is Pat Lay. He is the owner of Weed Eraser, and his phone number is 313-292-7335.
Leigh.
Leigh. Okay, volleyball camp. Again, all this information is in the program guide. I'm just pulling some of these out with some flyers that hit the schools in the backpack. Register online, grosealerecreation.com. Yeah, 5th through 8th, yep. Because right now, we're kind of done. So, okay, basketball camp, boys and girls, grades 3 through 8. This is filling up fast. So if you are interested in this camp, Bill Fleming, our varsity coach, and Mohammed, I can't say his last name. I'm not going to say it wrong on the camera here. But please register for this. This is a great program. Just kind of going through them all. Okay, we made an error on this. There's an error in the profile. This is a recreation error, not a profile error. I just want to make that clear because I made the error. It's a 2-person golf scramble. In the brochure, it was listed $40 per person, and it was supposed to say $40 per team. So it's $20 per person. So this is also out on social media and also hit the school backpack flyer as well over the last 2 weeks. Okay, we all know about summer camp. Danielle is moving and grooving. I'm getting a lot of calls. I want to confirm that we are having before and after care. We need a minimum of 6 kids to make that service run. So if you're interested, I know it's always stated 9 to 5. If you need before and after care, you contact me directly. We add you to the list, and once we receive 6 phone calls for confirmation, then I will confirm that we are a go. We did offer this last year. We had 5 or 6 kids every day, and it worked out great. There are additional fees, so just call me directly because I handle the before and after care. And then Thursday night, obviously, we know the summer concert series is going on. That's in the brochure. Also on Thursday nights, the swimming pool is open till 8:30. That is our late night. And I've added a dodgeball league in the middle of it all. So parents, you can go watch the concerts and have a good time. Kids can come back and play dodgeball with me. And then after they're done playing dodgeball, they can hit the swimming pool from 7:30 to 8:30 and cool off. So Thursdays are going to be a great night at Water's Edge. Question?
Age limit on that dodgeball league?
Ages 9 to 12. It's on the flyer. Yep. I know. We're talking about doing an adult dodgeball league, but I want to get the kids off the ground first. So. Yeah. I bought the real soft dodgeballs.
They still hurt.
Yeah, I can hear
No,
it.
When
these
somebody
are-
like Kevin or Greg throws it at me, it's going to hurt.
Oh, these are the very, very extra soft ones. So I know parents get a little concerned about dodgeball. But yes, there's a staff person monitoring the chaos. And we're going to play dodgeball inside the community rink. So the kids are contained, the balls aren't going flying, and we're going to utilize the rink for dodgeball. And then the last thing I'm just going to bring up is the car show. And we had our first car show Tuesday. We had 15 cars. So that's not a bad start. Weather's been really shaky. I mean, look what happens today. So, again, if you'd like to participate in the car show, this is a little bit different from what we did last year. This is actually run by a company called History on Wheels, and it's the Gearheads Custom. So it's a company that comes in and it's helping me out, and they're judging. They've got professionals on site. I wasn't there, unfortunately, on Tuesday, but I heard the feedback, and I heard it went very, very well. So, and again, if you did not receive a summer profile guide, we have them at Water's Edge. There are some here at Township Hall. And but everything you need to know is in there. And again, my door is always open for questions. You can email me at kofarrell@grosseal.com. Follow us on Facebook. I am the person that posts those updates on the Facebook. That's the fastest way I can get information to our residents. So just follow us on Grosse Ile Recreation on the Facebook. Any questions for the commission, Mr. Nelson? Thank you very much. Okay.
You can leave the magazine up there if
Okay.
you want. One thing I'd like to say, last Wednesday, our recreation director, Ms. Kim O'Farrell, celebrated 2 years with Grosse Ile. So I'd like to say thank you to Kim O'Farrell. And here's to many more years. All right. Next up is old business. Any old business? Any new business? Subcommittees? Mr. Nelson? No report tonight? Open space, Mr. Kyle DeBose.
All right.
And don't forget to give your Westcroft a shout out too.
We have Carl Blesher in the audience too, who knows a lot of what's happening with open space better than me, but I will just go quickly. The first thing is the Dump the Junk event went really well. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I saw online and also heard at the township board meeting that it just went really, really well. Lots of people coming in, lots of dumpsters filled, and I heard that as soon as like a treasure was dropped off, that people were ready to pick it up and claim it. So it went really well, and that was in part due to a new member of the Open Space Commission who has a lot of energy, it sounds like. But yeah, anyway, that did well, and I know there'll be another one at some point, so look out for that. But just it's good to know that's doing well and helping keep the township clean. Other small things. There's going to be a nature guide update that I know used to be in the Township Hall and will be here when it's ready. And the trail extensions and process goes forward for both Ferry Trail and Manchester Woods. And then the final thing is Open Space is looking at a new millage to maintain open space. As I understand it, the first millage was to acquire open space, and now starting to run out, and open space needs to be maintained. So they're looking at putting a millage up at some point. I don't know when exactly, but just wanted to put that on everyone's radar. Is there anything I missed, Mr. Blesher? All right, I think that's good.
Are we good? Thank you. Oh, Westcroft, how's it going down there? You got any flowers?
Yes, lots of flowers at Westcroft, and also looking forward to Island Fest in a couple weeks.
I don't know what that is. All right, thanks. Thanks, Cal. Kim, you got any update about Playscapes? Are they both? Is the Playscape open? And
Yep, everything is open, and again, just the concern, I want our residents to know that everything that we use is environmentally friendly. I have both playgrounds inspected each year. The chains have all been replaced on the swings and so forth, and also at Centennial Farms, there's been new mulch laid down. All new mulch is safety mulch, and the new piece, the merry-go-round, we were going to schedule it for this week or next week, but with Island Fest, we're going to probably postpone that because it's a little bit of a lengthy project. So probably the week after Island Fest, my guys will put that in. So just be patient with us, and we will get that in. And as far as Water's Edge, the swimming pools are looking great if you drive by. The new filters are in. We're cleaning things up right now. We will be ready to open on June 13th. And the after-school party it's a go, and it's going to be sunny and hot, so I'm just promising everybody that good weather now. Golf, we get tons of calls for golf. Again, it is, I hate to say it is what it is, but the rain has put a damper on our course. A lot of our players do understand that we cannot send those carts out because we do not have cart paths like the country club does. And I'm not sure if
West Shore has them too, yeah.
Yeah, West Shore has the cart paths. So we can't send a cart. I played the course last Friday. I almost got my cart stuck in the muck. There's muck everywhere out there. So it is a safety issue. We're not trying to be mean by not letting the carts out. We just can't. But we allow walking, and if you're going to walk, be prepared to get muddy because it's muddy everywhere. That's just the way it is. So, and same thing with the range. We cannot pick up the balls when they're way out in the muck. We have the range picker. My guys can't physically pick them up. They're stuck in the mud. So that's why the range is not open. But if you have a bucket of balls and just want to come out and chip on the range, that is fine. That is okay. There's no problem with that. You would just be responsible for your own balls. That's all I have.
on the range. All right, thank you. I'm up next with cultural events. At this time next week, we're going to be in full force getting ready for Friday's opening of Island Fest. If the cameraman can zoom in on this poster. We still can accept sponsorships, exhibitor and vendors up until this Friday. You can go to Island Fest or GrosealIslandFest.com, and there's a whole list of the schedule, what's going on. If you would like to sponsor, be a volunteer, we got plenty of slots for volunteers. So that's GrosealIslandFest.com. That's May 31, June 1, 2. Going to be right outside here. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Two other events I'd like to mention, and next month we'll go into more detail, is Wednesday, July 24th. We will be doing Christmas in July at Water's Edge in the swimming pool, which is going to be a great event. And then Saturday, July 27th, we're having our first annual roller disco party. We're going to take the ice rink and we're going to use it as a skating rink. We have the Downriver Derby dolls. Is that right, Wendy? That will be performing. There's some guy named DJ Chad that's going to be performing. So that is on Saturday, July 27th. And don't forget July 24th, Christmas in July. Island Fest next weekend, folks. All right. Mr. Brandon with the ever so popular financial update. Mr. Antosh.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's talk numbers. So, May's performance, again, the total budget for 2019 fiscal year was $1.01 million and $118,000 in addition to that for Centennial Farm. Revenue and expenses. Total revenues were at $187,000 year to date and $25,000 month to date. Expenses were at $181,000 year to date and $63,000 month to date. So for the year, that gives us 2 months of performance. We're $6,000 ahead. For the month, though, we're $38,000 behind. And we'll get into the activity for May. So the $25,000 revenues were driven by golf at $4,000, which included fees, passes, and carts. The marina, summer dockage was only $1,000 this month, but we pretty much hit our revenue budget on that. The festival, we had $9,000 in revenues for the month, which is led by sponsorships and contributions. And the general recreation revenues, which was lease income and programs. Expenses at $63,000. Grounds, $4,000 in utilities. Golf, $14,000 in salaries and part-time payroll and maintenance. The marina at $5,000 in payroll and maintenance. The pool at $9,000 in maintenance. And the recreation department, which is programs, payroll, and benefits, at $29,000. Just to point out here, pouring over the budget, recreation programs, we're slated to bring in $28,000 in the programs for youth and adult. We've only brought in $3,500 so far over the last 2 months.
All the programs start June 17th.
They start June 17th, but they can pay ahead to join.
Yeah, people are starting to register now.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're at 12.5% of that budget so far. So just to point that out, everybody on the island, if you're going to do a program, get out there and sign up. That's all I have.
And that's the hard part. Like, we're at the very beginning of our budget because it starts the first April 1st. So, you know, when we look at our calculations and so forth, he just said we're at 12%. We have a whole fiscal year, and we do programming in the winter as well. So we're just getting the ball rolling. These numbers are hard because you're going to see the expenses go bang, bang, bang. And the goal is to balance out towards August, September, and October. That's the goal. But the expenses are going to be extremely high because we are in operation. The lifeguards, the maintenance, the golf course, you're going to see those expenses rise right now, and then you're going to see them start to fall come September, October. So just so you understand how that balances out. Sorry, just to chime in.
Yeah, sure. And Chad, I'm looking forward to the revenues that Island Fest brings in.
Yeah, me too. Okay, Centennial Farms, any update? Thank you, Brandon.
Yep.
Me? Yeah, I do have an update. I talked to Julie Cordes. I wanted to give you an update. She is still working on the shed. Remember, she had presented the shed to us, and we were all in favor of that. So that has not been done yet, but I spoke to her. She's working on it. We're all busy with Island Fest and everything that's going on. So just wanted to give you an update on that. My staff is continually replacing those boards. We have begun to paint the first section kind of when you drive in. So you'll start to see some vast improvement in that fencing. I think I had emailed most of you. I do have a price from a company to replace every board at the farm, the whole entire fence. Do you want to know what that is?
I'm going to say about 90,000.
About and I don't have it with me. It's about 175,000. That's the whole shebang. Okay. So I had this company, and if I didn't share it with you, I have everything in my office, and I thought I did. But just something so we have the knowledge on what it would cost to replace that fence, and I'll get that out to you. But it is sectioned off. I had the company that we were working with say, well, what if we just do this part? What if we just do that part? So it is sectioned out in 5 different sections. So just to let you know, I do have that information. But in the meantime, those are big dollars That's a lot of money.
Are there grants available for something like that?
I don't know the answer to that.
Then we keep an eye on whoever person horse is chewing the most on those fences and go at them.
But in the meantime, we are, trying to replace the broken boards. The safety of the horses obviously is first concern. Good communication with Mr. Luton. He always reaches out if there's an issue with the horses. We respond immediately. We don't want anything happening out there. But we are changing boards out. As far as I know, he is not.
What was the company for the quote, Kim? Doesn't matter. You
My
can
office.
send it later.
I didn't bring it with me. I will email all of you. I apologize for not having
that's
that.
okay.
Oh, you know somebody, Kyle?
No, I just was wondering.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
We good?
Yep.
Mr. Greg Maring, Recreation Land.
I really don't have a report, except for Jim Nelson brought to my attention that there's somebody working on rec property or rec land, and I think just everyone should know that they're not allowed to just go and work on rec land unless Kim is aware of it and the board's aware of it. So anybody that's listening, if you're out there thinking about doing something on rec land, you need to come see Kim first before you put a shovel in the ground.
I just texted John Kimes. Hopefully he'll get back to me on what's going on.
Is that it? Thank you, sir. Mr. Kevin Naso, local community groups.
Yeah, a couple things to share. Island Fest Parade starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday, June 1st on Macomb Street. The first movie on Macomb of the season will be Hotel Transylvania Summer Vacation. On the first official day of summer vacation, June 14th, movie starts at dusk, and the Galindo's taco truck will be on hand. A new addition to the summer, Music and Market on Macomb combines concerts on the Commons with Fresh Market and CSA pickup. CSA means Community Supported Agriculture. Starts Sunday, June 23rd from 6 to 8. The Music and Market is made possible by Grosse Ile Arts Alliance, Rosie Meyer Family Community Down Gardens, and Downtown Development Authority.
Are you reading Angela Secocas' notes?
Yes, sir. She shared them with me.
She's right down. Oh, okay. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. So I guess remember the concerts on the Commons on Macomb Street start the end of June or beginning of June on Sundays. A lot going on down there. Movies on Macomb Street. Thank you. Thank you, DDA, for working with Recreation, too. Programs, Kevin. Anything about the programs?
Just Gyra Baseball's in full swing. I think last week was their spring cleanup. They're probably struggling to get games in because of the weather, but they're out there playing. You've got the Grosse Ile Island Cup next week, the 5th annual.
Elaborate on that a little bit. How many
It's a
members
soccer
you got?
tournament on the
Yeah.
island the same time as Island Fest. There's roughly 96 teams coming in. It's all going to be at the airport this year. The middle school won't be used. And every team that signed up got the Island Fest brochure sent to them in their emails today. So you'll probably see a lot of kids walking over to the festival.
That's great.
A few thousand people show up.
And how many kids are on each team, approximately?
It ranges between 7 and 18. I mean, it's all over the board.
And we are international this year because we have some people from
Very
Canada coming.
international,
So,
yes.
word. All right. Thanks, Kevin. All right, Ms. Ethel Yops, we have senior communications, please.
I have a couple of upcoming senior events. The Recreation Department Senior Luncheon. The next one is Tuesday, July the 2nd, 12:30 p.m. at Centennial Farm, $10. Advanced reservations only. And please put this on your calendar and note that the day has changed. Tuesday. Lunches have been on Wednesday for many years, and this is a change, so be sure and put that on your calendar. And then the 2019 Downriver Senior Olympics, July 22 to 26, hosted by the City of Southgate. The deadline for registration and payment is June 30th, and there are no exceptions. Age categories for all are Class A, ages 50 to 59, Class B, ages 60 to 69, Class C, 70 to 79, Class D, 80 to 84, and Class E, 85 and up.
Wow.
And I brought a copy of this. You want to put that? And I also brought. Okay.
That medal, is that a display of what you
No,
get?
I have three. I have three of them. That's all. Jack Frushi has most of them. You have them all.
And also,
Martha has loads of them out there for baking. But we have medals are awarded for the first, second, and third place in each age category. There's a gold, a silver, and a bronze. And there are 34 different events you can enter. They're all ages and skills, from baking, swimming, dancing, golf, beanbag toss, to bridge and pinochle, euchre, and all kinds of card games. The registration fee is $7, which includes an Olympic T-shirt, plus $2 for most events that you enter. It's $2 each one. And the Unity Awards banquet is $16 on Friday, July 26th at Crystal Gardens. Registration forms are available at the Recreation Department office at Water's Edge. And just for information, ping pong, the table tennis, will be played on Tuesday, July 23 here at Centennial Farm. And then for recreation activities, pick up a copy of the Trenton Trib Island Beacon. It comes out usually about the first week of the month, and read the Recreation Roundup column. That's available at many locations here on the island, especially Kroger's and CVS. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethel. Where are these, do these come in our mailbox, these trifolds? What you have up here on the
no,
camera?
those get delivered from Southgate. They bring them to me.
Do we have some of those?
I have a stack at Water's
All
Edge
right.
at the office.
Yeah, I need to get a couple of those.
Okay, yep.
I might be interested in something. All right, thank you, Ethel Yops. Miss Wendy Kearney, Madam Secretary, Schools.
Well, school is coming to an end here. I think it's 14 days left, according to the second grade class. That they have a big thing on the wall. So the kids are getting really antsy for summer to be here. Builders Club is going to help us with Island Fest, which I think is great. So they're going to help us on Wednesday and Sunday. So we'll have them again. The only other thing I wanted to point out, I thought it was really neat, something new that they did this year, is all the seniors, the graduating seniors, yesterday went to Park Lane and walked the halls, and all the kids were out clapping. Then they went to Meridian and did the same thing, and then the middle school. So it was kind of neat.
That's what that, I saw
Yeah.
that.
So it was kind of neat that they did something like that. I mean, for the kids to go back, especially if they went through all four schools. So, and then the little kids were excited because that's all they could talk about was the big seniors came through all dressed in their cap and gown. So
And it gives them something to work towards, right? By
Absolutely.
seeing that cap and gown.
absolutely. So, but other than that, yeah, I mean, school's winding down. Did you have something for?
You know, Abby and Morgan just wanted to throw in congratulations to all the graduating seniors this year. Tomorrow's their last day of school. They have a big awards banquet Tuesday morning from, I think it starts at 7, goes to about 10:30. All the scholarship winners are announced. I mean, there's quite a few scholarships that go out. I mean, $1,000 here, $5,000 here. And then commencement walk is Thursday at 7 o'clock. And there's still a lot of sports teams competing in state tournaments, you know, track, golf, soccer just played tonight, baseball, a bunch of other sports. So it's still going on, but they wanted to make sure all the seniors knew congratulations and good luck.
And isn't your daughter, she's pretty big time in the soccer, right?
My
Isn't
younger
she-
one.
Your younger one? Is
Yeah.
she in like the playoffs or something?
They started today, yes.
Congratulations, Kevin. Let's hear for Kevin and his daughter. All right, we good? We're good. Thank you. We took 10A and B off the agenda. Any discussion items anybody wants to bring up?
I did that. Sorry. What can we do to support Island Fest, Chad? Any volunteers you need or anything like that?
Yep, GrosdaleIslandFest.com. The volunteer link is on each one of those pages. We still can use sponsorships at any level. If you don't have money to donate, we can customize a sponsorship for you. Don't forget the VIP tickets are $60 for adult, $20 for children. That is Saturday night, the night of the fireworks. Gates open at 7. Food's from 7:30 to 9:30. You get special seating, food, adult beverages. There's kids' meals. And that is Saturday.
You can still get tickets?
Yeah, you can still get tickets. You can buy them through the recreation department. Stop in there, and I don't know if they're available online anymore or not. But yeah, stop in the recreation, GrosvilleIslandFest.com. We need help at the information booth. Ethel and Martha, I know you guys have signed up. We're pretty set with setup, tear down, all that, but the information booth, we really need some help. Go on GrosvilleIslandFest.com, and it will tell you the times that we need people. So, and I see here you're going to have a pretty cool float in the parade, aren't you? I bet we're going to have cooler candy, though, and giveaways. I'm not going to tell what it is, but check out the Westcroft float where it all started with the Azalea Festival, and then the Island Fest float will be right behind that. And I think you're going to be on that with me, right? No, Wendy, not you, Kyle. You're driving yours, aren't you? Okay, so with that being said, Greg, anything?
The high school varsity lacrosse team lost in the state regional semifinals yesterday to the last year's state championship. So I want to send out a congratulations and recognize the kids' hard work and getting that far this year. So hopefully next year we'll do better.
Thank you. Kevin?
I'm good.
Wendy?
I'm good.
Brandon?
Nothing, thank you.
You can say hi to the wife and kids? Kyle?
Good, thank you.
Ethel?
Fine, thank you.
Mr. Nelson?
I'd just like to again thank Mr. Butcher for taking time out of his busy life and day to just in case any questions about open space and all that stuff. So thank you, Mr. Butcher.
Kim, you got anything?
I do. I just want to do a shout out to our community partners. Special thank you to Nature and Land Conservancy. They had a cleanup. They continue to do cleanup and park improvement there. So just a shout out to the entire group. Thank you so much. They do have an event on June 9th, and that's at 1 p.m. It's called the Kids Exploration Wonderful Wetlands. So that's with Nature and Land. I didn't hear how the ghost hunt went. Did anybody go to the ghost hunt? Okay, I'll have to get an update. I'll call the Historical Society and see how that went. Herb Fest, I've never seen so many people, so many positive comments. They sold out all the plants. We started the morning off downpour just as we started today. And we all kind of said, oh no, what are we going to do? And then it cleared up, thank goodness. So they had a wonderful turnout. Thank you to our Herb Society for putting that event on. And then lastly, I want to do a shout out to Rotary. And they have an event in June as well, which is the 17th annual golf outing, and that's at 8:30. And I'm looking to see, you would contact Joyce Reedy for information about that, and her phone number, I'm going to do her email, Joyce.
Yeah.
Joyce, I could give your phone, no, I'm teasing.
What was the date on that Wendy was asking for the golf outing?
June 17th, or just contact the Rotary. And all the information that I'm talking about is in the Profile magazine, so it's all there. And Citizen of the Year is also coming up May 23rd. That is with the Rotary at 6 p.m. And that's really all I have. I'm done.
Stop in and see Joyce at River Oaks Realty on Macomb.
Picking on Joyce.
This is mother-in-law. Mr. Bletcher, anything you want to bring out there? No, sir. Are you good? All right, Martha, y'all set? Once again, I would like to say GrosvilleIslandFest.com. This is our biggest, most iconic event, our annual event. Please come out and support us in any way you can. I'd like to say hi to Phyllis, Michelle, and Rozzy. And our next meeting will be on June 27th. With that, I would like a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:22.
I'll do a motion.
Thanks, Ethel. Second. Thanks, Kevin. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Support your community. Have a good holiday weekend. Thank you.